Hey you guys, welcome to Living It Country. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my simple rustic farmhouse front porch tour. Now I thought this would be a fun one because not only is everything really thrifty from garage sales, Goodwill, but there's also a couple of new items, and I thought maybe this could be a video where you get inspired and maybe find some creative and simple ways to decorate your front porch for just every day. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our front door. Now, we decided we wanted to make this front door black. It was originally white because we wanted it to be a really, really big statement piece. When you drive into our driveway, it's the first thing that catches your eye, and it really differentiates the space and just beautifies this area. Now, I never really thought about having a wreath on our front door. I don't really experiment too much with home decor. And so I got this actually from Antique Farmhouse, and they sent it in their special surprise Mother's Day box. So this was all like pushed together. I've never had a wreath in the mail, so I didn't know how to style it. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to fluff it. And so once Antique Farmhouse told me what to do, I beautified it all up, and I was like, this is gonna be perfect on our front door. So I just got a little command hook strip that just basically, you put it right on the door and it sticks. And I hung this up, and you can see it from a mile away. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. I don't have the price on it because it was in the surprise box, but if you guys want to check out Antique Farmhouse, I'll put it in the links below, and maybe there's one similar that you guys can find there. So we're gonna go ahead and move on over here, and I want to share with you guys one of my favorite pieces ever because there is such a great story to it, and it is this barn door. Now, sometimes pieces of decor, just, you love them because of the stories, right? And this reminds me of a time when I went garage sailing with my mom before I had kids. And we went garage sailing, and we weren't finding anything. And then we saw that a barn was being torn down next door. And so we just sporadically were like, let's go over there. And we went over there, and we're talking to the gentleman as they were crushing down things. And so we were like, hey, are you gonna, sell any of this, or you know what I mean? And so we looked around. He said, go ahead and look around and I'll let you know. My mom found this beauty. I think there actually was a couple more that we didn't get. And I want to say we got this for like $15 or $20, and it's gorgeous. I use it for backdrops, for pictures. I use it for so many different things, and it just creates that old farmhouse look on our front door. And I want to say that this is nearly 100 years old, at least. And it's from my hometown of Squim. So I love this piece. Next, I have just this beautiful radio flyer, this antique radio flyer. And I love this piece because I love adding elements of like kids' toys to my home. Because I have kids, and because it just has this playful look to it, adds a pop of color. And if I'm going to decorate with toys, if I'm going to decorate it all, why not have the decor be pieces my kids can play with? I've got antique little barn, marks toys, and they can be multi-purposeful. They're toys, they're also pieces of decor, and so when it's, out and about, it's not going to look as junky. Like, I'm not meaning to offend little tykes, but their red, blue, orange, green, yellow stuff literally drives me nuts, although I have a lot of it. So this is one of those pieces, and antique pieces are sometimes just so great to have because it's going to look like a piece of decor. So when it's out and about, it's going to look like that. And then inside, I just have this old quilt. It was from Goodwill for like $4 or $5. And it's just one of those pieces that can get junky if you feel like it, and that's why it's outside. I think I had this here because I had Christmas trees in here for Christmas or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on over to under the window, and I'm gonna share with you guys this piece. Now, I don't remember the story to this piece, but what I do know is that it probably didn't cost a lot of money, and it fits perfectly underneath this window. And I've got Mr. Antsy Pantsy Brody here. So, I love this piece. I want to use it as a coffee table, but it's a little too dangerous for the kids. It's got like these chippy pieces underneath right here. And so this is a piece I'm going to keep outside. Now, I do plan on having shutters. I'm going to be making DIY shutters. You guys are going to see that here on the channel. I haven't decided yet. Maybe you guys could help me out. I don't know if I want to do black shutters like the front door or stain them like a really beautiful barnwood looking stain. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. What would make the house stand out and just beautify this space? I want to know from you guys in the comments below. Let me know what kind of DIY shutters you guys might be interested in seeing too on this channel. So let's go on over, back it up, and let's go see some more of this front porch. Hi. Do you want to go in there? You want to go in the radio flyer? You want to go inside? You want to go inside? Here, come here. Come on. So to keep baby Brody entertained, we're gonna pull him in the wagon while I'm doing the front porch tour. So this is a way to entertain. Look, you guys, my home decor is multi-purposable. Multi-purpose. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and Brody and I are gonna share with you this beautiful white bench. This was from a store that was closing, I'm pretty sure. I would love to recreate this and do a DIY on this. How cool would that be? And have matching ones on each side. I seriously love this. I love the chippy look of this. It almost has like that cottagey feel, but I create my own style. I'm not going, although farmhouse, you know, I don't consider it a fad, but it's really in right now, right? It's probably, I don't know if it'll be in 20 years. So I'm just going with what I love. So this piece I love it, and I think it'd be so cool to recreate. You wanna show off this? Yeah, look. You wanna push the wheelbarrow? Push the wheelbarrow right here. Next, we have this darling little wheelbarrow, and I remember this day perfectly. This was $3. I remember lining up with my mom on a big hill. I'm not gonna say where, but a big hill. There was caution, yellow tape, and everybody was standing outside ready to run because people knew what they had their eyes on. And there was big pieces, so people started grabbing. And I remember grabbing this, and it was before I had any kids. And so I remember having it, and my mom and I were like, yes! I'm not even kidding. We get excited over those things. So this was a really, really cool find that I'm really happy that we got. Next, I'm going to take you over to this little tiny bench. Garage sale find for $5. It's simple. It's functional. We can look at birds from here. And it just adds a little bit of a barn wood rustic element to this space. So I thought it'd be fun. If you guys watch my channel a lot, I love adding elements from my grandparents, my kids' great-grandparents, to our home to give it, I don't know, just that homey feel. If I'm gonna get a present from my family, I want it to be something that's passed down from their time. So I'm gonna take you guys over to our garage area and share with you guys a couple pieces that were handed down to me that I love. I got them for my birthday past couple of years, and I love the pieces. So let's go. So these are a few pieces that were handed down from my kids' grandparents, so my grandma, and this was a birthday present. This my grandma got many, many years ago. It's an antique, huge wagon wheel. These go for, I know, probably at least $100, and I love it. You pull up to my garage, you see this wagon wheel, and it reminds me of my grandma every time. Now I have a couple pieces inside my home that are from my Nana, so my kids' other great-grandma, and we're really fortunate enough to have both of them around, as well as both of mine and my husband's mom, and so our kids have 2 grandmas and 2 great-grandmas, and it's really special. Next I have just this little antique piece, and this was near our cottage. Now if you guys follow my husband and mine's journey for the past 7 years, well, only 2 here on YouTube, but we lived in a tiny home for 7 years. I'm gonna link that down below because it's a great, great video to see where kind of our lives began. And this was there, and I feel like anytime I look at this, it's a reminder of like where we used to be and how far we've come. And we used to live on my grandparents' property. That's where the tiny house was. And so I asked her if one day I could have this piece because it really meant a lot to me. And it reminded me of that journey of not just the good times, the bad times, the amazing times. You know, everybody goes through ups and downs in life, and it's just kind of that piece, as weird as it sounds, that kind of just reminds me of that time, and I love it. So it's gonna fall over right now, so I gotta put it back in the ground. There we go. And just in case you wanted to see an overview of what our home looks like, with our front porch right there. This is an overview of our home. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see in our home, I will put a video of that down below so you guys can check out what the inside of our house looks like. So thank you guys so much for watching Living It Country today. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Make sure to check out our latest videos. I'm going to put them in the slide next. Bye. You did so good.